Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. And keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as, investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy.
All right, folks, here on Wednesday, December 27th, we're going to take a look at CLOV today. So CLOV doing actually a surprising good job of re-engaging with this uptrend support. So we had this big push off up to 163, subsequent fall, of course, and slipped down through this support and has since come up and reclaimed it sort of 3 times now if it continues to push off of it, and kind of reestablishing that uptrend support. So if that continues to hold, to me, that is the most critical component to anything that looks recovery-ish in the realm of CLOV. Now, there is this gap. This day that it fell over 18%, the low on this candle was 108. So it's only been partially filled since then. These guys here stretched up to 107 and 107. So right off of that 107 level that we've had on the chart. Now, can it come up and push through there again and try to complete that gap fill to 108? We'll see. But, it's put in a bunch of price action within that gap and around that range just by sort of stair-stepping up this uptrend support. Volume has done a good job coming in during this whole move. So I'm sort of keen to see, does it continue to step up on this support and allow it to help carry it through to this dollar level, this 9998 level on the chart. So engaging with that sort of several days in the last many trading periods. So that, of course, is the psychological dollar level. And so is it going to be able to overcome that? And if so, like we said, that gap fill would then stretch it up through this 107.3 level that we have. And if it can flip that to support, then maybe it puts this 113, 114 level in play. If not, and it loses this uptrend support and starts to dip back down here further, and folks are interested, I'd be happy to come in and take a look and see what support levels may lie beneath this uptrend support. But for the time being, that is what I'm most interested in. Quick look at the EMAs here. We're still quite bunched up, right? It's a little bit erratic, but I mean, CLOV has a tendency to be erratic over periods of time. But a little erratic, but mostly consolidating. You see that sort of reflected here in the EMAs, really bunched up, I guess, sort of in a mixed trend at the moment. So the 21 is situated below the 34, but the 8 is situated above the 34. So mixed bag there of bullish and bearish. So basically just a neutral trend at the moment, kind of wicking off of all of those EMAs for the time being, having a hard time holding price action over it for any sustained period of time. So just another look there. Now on the think or swim side of things, we get a little bit of a different look, right? What we see here is actually much more interesting to me. We see price action for many, many trading periods now just basically pinning itself to the mid-range of the channel, sometimes approaching it from below, sometimes approaching it from above, sometimes right on it. But it's doing that while the TTM squeeze indicator is triggering. So we're in a lengthy trigger here on the TTM squeeze indicator. So when that fires, where that goes is my biggest question. We had this one back here. We see this trigger here. That sort of resulted in some sort of further drawback in price. And then when it fired, then we had this big swift push up toward the upper bound of the channel, and then it retreated back and pinned itself to the mid-range. So this looks to me like it's sort of a situation where we might get a re-trigger and a refire, and that's where the real move comes from. Overall, this seems to be a bit better of a setup to me than this previous setup anyway. I like seeing the price pinned to the mid-range of the channel and a nice lengthy trigger here. Also the histogram just sort of, waffling back and forth slightly from the baseline, but mostly just flat on the baseline. So plenty of potential, plenty of opportunity here. Now the question always becomes, which way does it go when it fires? Is it a big step up? Is it a big drop down? That's the question. Obviously, at some point we're going to be approaching earnings here too, so we'll see if any of those things coincide or if that's too far in the future for it to continue to trigger for that lengthy period of time. All right, folks, I hope that you've had a happy hump day. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.